Lawrence Jones is a host of The Blaze and joins us right now to react. Lawrence, are you surprised by this?
No,
Great to see you in person, by the way.
Nice seeing y'all as well.
Nice to see you.
I'm not surprised because the Republicans were weak. They had no spines, and the Democrats saw blood in the water, and now they're just attacking like vultures.
Did the first blow come when Jeff Sessions says, okay, you win, I'll back out?
He should never recuse himself. And now the Democrats will continue to fight. But here's the deal. Where were the Democrats in the mainstream media when we had Fast and Furious, or the IRS scandal, which I talked about in the beginning of the program, or Benghazi,
or Hillary Clinton,
or Hillary Clinton's email? There was no calls for impeachment. There was no investigations. This is why I said Republicans should have held their ground.
Sure. You know, the Democrats have been calling for a couple of weeks for a special counsel. Now they've got it. Now what happens?
They should be scared that this guy is there. We got to remember, this guy's term was extended because he was so good. You didn't hear his name a lot, but he was very respected in the law enforcement community. I want to see him review the email scandal. I want to see him review Benghazi, all these other IRS scandals and all that. Let's go. Let's open the floodgates.
I don't know if that pertains to this particular investigation. However, we played a soundbite from Professor Jonathan Turley, the George Washington University professor, who says, you know, when they look into this, got to keep in mind, Washington, D.C. is awash in Russian money. So, you know, if they're looking into Manafort, next thing you realize, hey, wait a minute, this top Democrat got money from?
And this Russian ambassador, everybody meets with this guy, okay? We don't know what backdoor deals have been done or haven't been done. I just think the Democrats are playing partisan politics, and they have the mainstream media pushing this agenda. All of a sudden, the media wants to ask questions, but they didn't do that back for the last 8 years. We've been calling for investigations, and they didn't pursue any of our leads.
Lawrence, what are the people in middle America? What are the people who are trying to provide for their family? What do they think about all this?
Well, it's nauseous because they wanted a president that could get results. And quite frankly, he's got a lot done, but with all these distractions, it's distracting the agenda, the jobs, the health care fight, and all the other issues that they want.
But Lawrence, the problem is, in many ways, is that the president does not take a backward step in his real life, in his business life, and now in his political life. And because of that, he created more trouble, it seems, for himself by the tweets, by the taunts, by the way he said, James Comey, he's a showboat. Well, and by the way, you know, I should have fired him, and it was all my decision, contradicting his people. That adds to the chaos, and it makes it hard for Republicans to fight.
And I've said this before, he needs to stay focused and stop doing all these interviews. Why would you award people that continue to bash you? He should have done some of these interviews that they're now using against him. The president needs to connect with the people, and he's not doing that right now.
He needs a confidant. He needs somebody he trusts to be able to advise him that he listens to.
Needs to be shaken up.
Do you think
some of these guys are doing the jobs?
Press conferences and not Sean Spicer?
That could be problems, okay? More problems could happen with him doing the press conference because sometimes he just changes his mind on the spot. And it's kind of hard to, you know, get a consistent message when the president is so bombastic and he likes to, you know, he goes with the moment. He's a businessman. He's not a politician.
Yeah. Well, you know, now that there is a special counsel, the good news is, you know, as long as there's nothing there, this is going to be fine for the President of the United States.
But they move to something else. You know, once you cave in, they should never, I know this is different because it's a counsel instead of special prosecutor. But since you caved on this, now they're like, let's go to something else.
Don't you think the American people are so frustrated, though, because they do like his policies? They like the fact that he wants to build a wall, that he cares about border security. They like the fact that he wants to put more money in our pocketbooks with tax reform. But he can't get anything done because the mainstream media has so much power and they won't let him. And every little thing that he does wrong, they go after. And we get so caught up in the minutia of that that the big picture can't be.
That's true, but the president's biggest mistakes is he wants to be liked, and he should have just stuck with the voter. Let the voters like you. Don't worry about the media. Don't worry about these outside politicians. Stick with the people. The people got you elected. Remember, all these polls said that you couldn't win. Stick with the people.
Good point.
Lawrence Jones, thank you very much.
Nice to see you in person.